And we are back on our Thanksgiving Eve program on the EIB network. Here's Mark in Orlando. Been on hold for a long time and actually had to go. Let us call him back. And here you are, sir. Thank you for that, and welcome to the program.
Thank you, Rush. Hey, Rush, after listening to you for years, I consider you like a big brother.
Appreciate that, sir.
Yesterday you mentioned a golden opportunity, and in particular, that referred to Monday night at 10 p.m. And if I was president on Monday night, and I came to my big brother and said, I know this is a golden opportunity. I know it's one moment in one time, which is what a golden opportunity represents. Rush, I need a little help.
You want to know what I would have done if I were Obama, you mean?
Yeah, I'd want some advice to make sure that I took advantage of my golden opportunity.
Okay.
To say and do the right thing.
This is the reason why we wanted to take Mark's call. It's a great question. He's exactly right. On Monday, well, I guess it was Monday, Tuesday, which is yesterday. I can't believe that fast the days are just clicking by here. But I said that I thought Obama blew a golden opportunity on that 10 o'clock, right after the grand jury announcement had been made and the DA had completed his announcement and answering questions. Obama shows up from the press room of the White House. That's where we got the split screen, Obama claiming he wants calm, and then the other half of the screen is the riots beginning. And I said he blew a golden opportunity. Because he does have skills. He does have eminently great communicable skills or communicative skills if he wants to use them. If somebody puts the words on the teleprompter he wants to say, he's very, very good at doing this. And he didn't. He wandered aimlessly and just babbled on and on. What would I have done? In the first place, I wouldn't have waited till Monday. Everybody knew this was coming. Everybody knew. And we knew on Monday that it was coming later that day. Obama could have gone on TV at 8 o'clock Monday night. He could have asked for television time Monday night before this event began. And he could have defended the American system of justice. He could have explained the grand jury system to people who obviously don't understand it. He could have talked about proper, civilized behavior. He could have talked about civilization as it relates to the rule of law. He could have said, we don't all get everything we want all the time. He could have said that there are ways that we go about affecting change when things don't happen the way we want them. He could have pitched for people being better than they are. He could have encouraged and tried to inspire people to better behavior. He could have made the point that businesses who had nothing to do with any of this have no business being targeted by anybody for destruction. He could have made the point that people who have had nothing to do with this have no business being targeted. There's any number of things he could have done. It may not have worked. It may not have stopped. I think these people were committed to do this anyway. But he could have changed the entire context and atmosphere in which this is taking place. And instead, what he's done is legitimize it. And that's just unfortunate to me. He could have delegitimized this. He could have segregated these people doing this. He could have called them out. He could have chided them. He could have told them that we do not tolerate this kind of lawless behavior after he defends the American judicial system. But see, Obama can't do any of this because he doesn't think the judicial system needs to be defended by virtue of the comments he's made since. He's out justifying this. He is out feeding this kind of behavior. This is reprehensible as far as I'm concerned. Because what happened was barbarism. People's businesses were torched and destroyed. People's lives were threatened and on the line. It needn't have happened. People had nothing to do with this. The essence of innocent bystanders were the ones that ended up being hurt and targeted. The President of the United States could have set a tone. He could have gone on television before this happened because everybody knew it was coming. Everybody knew when it was coming. Everybody knew what was going to happen. He could have asked people to stop. He could have set the tone. He could have set the atmosphere and the context for this so that whatever happened appeared to be illegitimate and unwarranted and worthy of stigmatization, as it is. But instead, he waits for it to begin, goes out after it's already begun, and gives a half-hearted appeal for calm, and then starts telling the rest of us why we'd better understand the rage, thereby feeding it. I think it's just unfortunate as it can be. Such a golden opportunity. It could have been uplifting. It could have been inspirational. But he'd have to have defended the American criminal justice system. He would have had to explain how it works. He would have to talk about the sanctity of the grand jury. He would have had to do a number of things that his heart wouldn't have been in it if he'd tried to do this. We know this now. But you ask what I would have done had I been president, or what I think any president should have done, because the key here is we all knew this was coming. He did not have to wait until after it began when nobody was paying attention to him. He could have commanded the attention of everybody before it began. And he could have told these people that if they engage in this activity, law enforcement has full authority to stop it. The National Guard will be there, local and state police will be there, and people's property and lives will be defended and protected. Could have said all that. Most past presidents would have. He could have warned these rioters that if they engaged in this activity, there would be no end in the effort to prevent them from succeeding, property damage, taking of life. He could have made it clear this kind of barbaric, uncivil behavior is not going to be tolerated in America because it isn't productive and it isn't justified. But I don't think he can say any of that because I don't think that he believes much of it. That's just me. But, Mark, I appreciate the call.